Hello everyone, welcome back to the Happy Hour. This video is the first in a series of full Pokemon Gym Trainer Nuzlocke. What I will attempt to do is beat each Pokemon game with their respective gym leaders. So in this video, I will play Brock's team in Fire Red, then there will be future videos with Misty, Erica, and so on until I beat the game with every gym trainer's team. There are some self-imposed rules for these runs, but nothing crazy on the level of traditional Nuzlockes or Ironmon. So here are the rules. I can only use Geodude and Onix in Pokemon battles. I can catch other Pokemon for HM slaves, but they can't interact in battle at all, and I can't use items on Geodude or Onix, while those other Pokemon are in battle. I have to purposefully lose or reload the game from a prior save. There are no limits on TM or HM usage, and I won't have any item or Pokecenter limits either. Even though Brock only uses Onix and Geodude as a gym leader, I will allow both Pokemon to evolve, and have enabled cheats to let them evolve without the metal coat or trade required. I limited these evolutions to level 50 out of self-imposed fairness. These runs are to simulate what it would be like to play the vanilla game from the start using the gym leader's Pokemon. So the adventure begins like every other Pokemon game, and I pick my starter, Onix, and the rival grabs Charmander. I did give myself an advantage here, but my rival gets his revenge later. Onix naturally beats Charmander easily, and my adventure continues. After getting Pokeballs, I enter a cheat and allow Geodude to appear in the grass in Route 1. We catch our Geodude, and the team is complete for our first run at Brock. While Brock isn't exactly a very hard gym leader, rock types against rock types is a big pain, especially when both teams only have normal type moves. Onix comes stocked with Screech, so you can use that to whittle down Geodude and Onix's defenses. But Geodude also has Defense Curl, so there's a lot of back and forth to do more than just chip damage. Brock's Onix is a similar grind, just without Defense Curl, but a good amount of Screeches, Binds, and Tackles wins the fight for us. With Brock behind us, we venture through Mount Moon to Cerulean City, where the greatest challenge of this run awaits us, Misty. Knowing Misty will wipe our team, I went ahead to the Nugget Bridge and fought our rival in our first match after Professor Oak's lab. Although his team has expanded, there's not too much he can do to beat us. Geodude gets wrecked by a rock throw, a level 1 magnitude would even be good enough to take out Charmander. Abra can't do anything besides teleport, and Rattata is just pathetically weak. We continue along skipping to Vermilion City and take a walk onto the SS Anne to continue our train. We encounter our rival, yet again, with very little upgrades only to include Charmeleon, Kadabra, and Raticate. None of these Pokemon are able to outspec ours, and we wipe the rival yet again. We help the captain, grab HM1, and start strategizing for a fight against Misty. Naturally, Geodude and Onix don't learn any moves that are super effective against water Pokemon. Misty's Pokemon, especially her Starmie, have outstanding stats on water moves, are 4 times effective against both of our Pokemon. What will help us though is the Hidden Power TM. When taught to Onix, Hidden Power is a grass type move, which will be great against Misty. In order to get the TM, we have to catch a Meowth, which has the ability Pickup. Pickup will get a random item after every battle if Meowth is not holding an item. Usually a berry is the item, but there's a 10% chance of getting the Hidden Power TM. Next, I leveled both Onix and Graveler to level 30 to have the best available stats against Misty. I found out the randomizer revolves Onix at this level. I went ahead and did the fight out of sheer curiosity to see how much better Steelix is, and oh boy, did he deliver. Now only twice as weak to water moves, and with improved stats, Steelix is able to tank Water Pulse, and we beat Misty. However, this felt cheap, and this is where I imposed a level 50 evolution rule on myself, so I reloaded the game and attempted again with just Onix and Graveler. For best results, start the match with Graveler and use Magnitude against Staryu. Hopefully you'll get 7 or more, but if not, a follow-up Magnitude will do it like I had to do. Next, switch out for Onix when Starmie comes out, use Hidden Power, and unfortunately, you gotta hope for that critical hit. Unless your Onix has higher stats, Hidden Power will do just under half of Starmie's HP. Water Pulse will still one-shot Onix, but you get a free turn since Misty will heal Starmie, allowing you to bring out Graveler for a Magnitude. That will be enough to beat Starmie.
Oh, we did it! Oh, we did it! Oh! Oh, yes! Oh, we beat Misty with 2 Pokemon that have 4 times weakness to water! Oh, yes!
With our greatest challenge behind us, we move on to Lieutenant Surge, which is just about as opposite as Misty could have been. All electric and all weak to our ground type Pokemon. Wipe the floor with Surge and continue on to Celadon City for our next challenge. Erica is the next gym leader, sporting 3 heavy-hitting grass types, stocked with Giga Drain. Luckily, Victreebel and Vileplume are dual poison types, preventing halving damage for our ground attacks, and Tangle is not the beefiest grass type. Still, I decided to train ahead and take on the game corner where we encounter Giovanni for the first time. Even though he's a ground type enthusiast, all of his Pokemon have dual types weak to ground attacks, which makes things even easier for us. The biggest challenge is Kangaskhan, but if you taught Graveler Brick Break or any other fighting move, then all the types should be no problem. Next we move on to Lavender Town and took on our rival again. Our rival sports the same team with the addition of Execute. Even though it's a grass type, it doesn't have any grass moves to be worried about, so we use the usual moveset and beat the rival with no issues. With the team at a higher level, I decided to take on Erica again.
I think it's actually weak to grass, like it has a resistance. That's not good.
Even with a rough start with Onix, Graveler is able to come and do great work with his Stab Earthquake against all 3 members of Erica's team. Damage.
Everything's got secondary poison, so okay, nice.
With 4 badges in hand, we head to Sylph Company and once again meet our rival. I've always wondered what the heck he was doing in the building, just standing there, not helping the hostage situation. Anyway, our rival's team has improved with Pidgeot, Alakazam, and Charizard, which is enough to help any balanced Pokemon team, but is still not enough to beat ours. Rock Throws take out all 3 flying Pokemon, Alakazam is a glass cannon, and Execute still doesn't know grass moves. Another rival fight, down. Keeping up with recurring fights, our second Giovanni fight is right after. Can't say this fight is any harder even with the additions of Nidorino and Nidoqueen. Same strategy as before leads to the same results. Feeling confident, I roll into Saffron Gym and take on Sabrina. Second Pokemon are pretty neutral typing against us, but now with the addition of Steelix, we are able to have a resistance. Out-leveled and out-specced, Sabrina's team is able to go easily down.
I was thinking full restore. I was about to say full restore be some bullshit. Boom! See ya, Sabrina!
Next up is Koga, which would be extremely easy if Coughing and Wheezing didn't have Levitate. The Poison Master has Pokemon with a great ability to avoid our crushing ground attacks. Coughing is laughably weak though. Muck has its body on the ground, leaving the only challenge with Wheezing. A few rock attacks and good poison type resistance gives us the victory. Our most laughable gym leader after Surge, Plane provides less resistance than a sheet of tissue paper against our quest to be Pokemon champion. I even beat him while asleep for the entire match. The final gym fight against no other than Giovanni himself proved to be no match against Brock's powerhouse team. Rhyhorn, down. Nidoqueen, down. Nidoking, down. Rhyhorn, down again. Dugtrio, down. And Giovanni, down. To warm us up for the Elite Four, we have our final normal match against our rival. This is a nice taste to see what comes later on. This team is fully stocked this time around, adding Rhyhorn to the mix, but unfortunately it doesn't do much to help the team. Even Execute is hardly effective now, since Steelix has Crunch in his moveset. With the rival down, we strolled chin held high to the Elite Four, where our first roadblock awaits, the Ice Trainer Lorelei. As I was approaching the Elite Four, I realized Lorelei was going to be a big problem. Her team has good stats, and while not overly resistant to Golem and Steelix, the team is deep enough and has enough water and ice moves to give them problems. My first attempt was not successful, so I had to grind on Victory Road until I felt confident for a second attempt. Once the team got past Dugong and Cloyster, things become a little easier. The fight still required some strategy and item use, but nothing as nail-biting as the Misty fight. An Earthquake from Golem takes care of Lapras and Jinx, and Steelix comes back in the fight to crunch Slowbro to death. On to Bruno, who initially had me worried because of the elite fighting Pokemon that he has, but Golem and Steelix actually outspeed all of his Pokemon, so a bunch of Earthquakes takes care of the fighting Pokemon trainer. With the two toughest out of the way, we move on to the easiest. Agathis has all Poison and Ghost type Pokemon, and even though Haunter and Gengar have Levitate, Steelix's Crunch is able to take advantage of their Dark type weakness. Earthquake, Arbok, Rock Throw, Golbat, beat the remaining Gengar, and it's on to Lance the Dragon Trainer. Most people have challenging memories of Lance, but I felt very confident going into the fight. He starts off with Gyarados, which goes down easy to Rock Throws, and then starts his Dragon Assault. Steelix has known Dragon Breath since level 30, and is one of the few super effective attacks against Lance's team. These dragons also don't have any water attacks, so Golem and Steelix are very safe in the fight. Aerodactyl doesn't stand a chance as a flying type, and it's finally onto the champion. Spoiler alert for anyone living under a rock, our rival is the champion. This time around his team is fully evolved and ready to take us on, but there's very little change in their strategy. Pidgey goes down to rock attacks, Rhydon is pummeled by Earthquake, Executor tries to cheese us with Sleep Powder and Giga Drain, but Steelix's Giga Chad and crunches his HP down. Gyarados hits a Hydro Pump with low HP, but Steelix comes in to clean up the fight. And then I mess up. Instead of reviving Golem, I thought I would outspeed Charizard. Got hit with a Fire Blast, losing the match.
Oh, Alakazam. Whoa! How did you get Fire Blast off? No! No! Oh, I blew it. I blew it. Oh, no.
So running it back, we beat the Elite Four again, walking against our rival with better respect for him, and put the right Pokemon in the right places to win the match and become Pokemon League champion. In our next video, we will be using Misty's team for this same run through. Thanks for staying and watching, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to see all of my other content. Follow me on Twitch and join these live playthroughs. Links are in the description below. Thanks as always, and have a good one.